any given time to acquire wealth, power, success, or fame. Never use children as leverage or social currency. Thank you. Exactly. Especially under malevolent and erroneous pretense. Exploiting my child's gender identity to gain attention in your political campaign has put you on the wrong side of the universe. I have been burned at the stake by insecure, narcissistic, impotent little men like you many times, and yet I'm still here. You fucked with the wrong witch. Okay, that last part's kind of cringe, but she's right. I mean, it's so crazy. It's so crazy that you're like screaming at like a person and their children on the virtue of how they choose to present themselves. Like, they're kids, man. They're kids. That's gross. It's so disgusting to me that you literally are just like, yo, you can't do that, actually. Like, your kid has long hair, fuck you. Okay, who the fuck are you, dude? Who are you? You think you can tell someone else, like, that someone else who's open-minded about whichever way their children want to express themselves? Like, what's wrong with you, dude? What an absolutely pathetic fucking little gremlin. Her ex-husband defended her and said it's all bullshit. Brian Austin Green shoots down rumor about Meghan, their kids in girls' clothes. What did he say? Starbucks ads, I saw two of them on Full Breakdown. When Brian tells TMZ it's a totally bogus story. There are only a few people in their world that can actually verify whether or not a story like this is true, and I can tell you with absolute certainty it's not. This person is trying to claim this is the true perfect example of someone with selfish motives that does not care about the negatively affecting a parent-child relationship. For the record, Meghan has said she does not tell children what to wear, particularly their eldest Noah. 5 years ago, she did a few interviews saying if a boy loves princesses and a girl loves baseball, that's not indicative of their sexuality. It's indicative of their communication and creative expression. We can't limit children by telling them how they should play. Exactly. Exactly. This is like basic stuff. It is super basic stuff. What are you doing? What are you saying? How is this in any way, shape, or form now a legitimate way to do politics? Oh, my politics are, I'm freaking out about like a 5-year-old and how a 5-year-old is dressing up. Brother, they're 5 years old, okay? How about you worry about yourself? You absolute demon. You fucking freak. You sick fuck. It's disgusting. It's actually disgusting. It is so unacceptable, and it sucks that there are people. It is so disgusting. And when I see people celebrating that kind of like weirdo behavior, it hurts my soul. Okay? It hurts me to my core to see people look at like a gross weirdo pervert like this taking fucking like paparazzi snapshots of Megan Fox and her fucking children and then losing their mind over like what their choice of garb is. That's not politics. You're a creep. You're a fucking creepy, possibly pedophilic pervert, okay? And when I see other people, you know, substitute this for politics, it blows my fucking mind. I don't like how obsessive and creepy conservatives are about children, especially other people's children. Like, not even their own children. Half of these dudes don't have children. Okay? Most of these people don't have children. Some of them are not even allowed to be physically near children. Okay? And the ones that do have children actually fucking homeschool their children anyway, so they can be bigoted little shits just like them. And like permanently brick those kids' brains. So what's it to you, man? What happened to live and let live, you dumb fuck? I don't know. This shit is like so frustrating. Right-wingers obviously will never in a million years genuinely say this is what we care about, because they're too pussy to fucking openly admit it, okay? Because the ones that do openly admit their politics and their personal disdain for the LGBT community or whatever and what they want to do to gay people and trans people are usually cast aside, which is why they have to use dog whistles and they have to use like points of contention that no one can get mad at. It's the when did you start beating your wife, or when did you stop beating your wife defense? You know what I mean? There's a hidden premise there. We need to save our children, or we need to, stop. We need to save these kids. We need to get them away from them, is a cowardly way to hide the truth of what your personal disdain is for the LGBT community. And it has a hidden faulty premise, a completely ridiculous premise that children, one, can be turned gay, and two, they can be turned gay by recognizing the existence of like gay and trans people in society. And three, children can be turned gay by seeing, gay people in the wild. And also, if they are able to be turned gay, that's somehow a bad thing. All three of these hidden premises are so perfectly captured in the let's leave kids out of this kind of dog whistle. Okay? That's why it's very frustrating to see so many people willingly or unwillingly champion this cause. Like Sneeko and EDP have talked against trans people and have said that we must save our children. I mean, Sneeko is a fan of the movie Cuties and also has literally just last week been caught on camera openly flirting with someone who was underage, where he asked, alongside another fucking gross weirdo, exactly how underage are you? Okay, the girls were 14 years old. And now he's talking about like how the LGBT community are fucking groomers and pedophiles. EDP, everybody knows at this point, is a very famous pedophile. One of the most famous pedophiles out there. EDP also talks about how trans people are grooming our children and we have to save our children. It's like, that shows you everything you need to know about this movement. It's like people who are quite literally pedophiles, like actual pedophiles, trying to shift the blame away at some invisible enemy, hoping that the broader audience doesn't recognize that they are the real pedophiles. If we want to save our children, we need to make sure that they stay the fuck away from you two, dumbass. Yeah, he said, well, how underage are you when these two girls, I think it was like on Omegle or whatever, these two girls that him and John Zerger were talking to said that they were underage. And he, I quote, said, well, how underage are you? They were 14. This.
You guys look like you voted for Joe Biden.
No, don't say that. Actually, we would make a great double date. I like you on the left, and I think Zerka likes the girl on the right.
They're both on the left. What up, girls? I want to kiss you guys.
How old are you?
What the
Oh,
fuck?
I got that white bitch smiling. Let's go.
Stop. How old are you guys?
Underage. Well,
Oh.
you just yeah.
Like how underage though? Like your birthday's next week type shit?
Like, we can't go to Starbucks, white bitch?
And I will be turning 15 in a month.
Change my state of mind.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Love's so hard to find.
we got him.
Yeah, that's the guy talking about if leaving the children alone is homophobic. What does that say about the LGBT? It's like, bro, we got to leave the children alone like you got to leave the children alone. You know what I mean? Like you definitely got to do that. And then it's like the second part of this clown behavior. The second part of this fucking clown behavior comes from the likes of Ben Shapiro, right? Where they also lose their minds at the rainbow flag. Okay? You are not a serious person if you see the White House drop a rainbow flag and you just lose your mind. Not one American soldier fought and bled for this flag. Not one American taxpayer paid taxes to the government for this flag. Not one law has been passed under a government elected under this flag. Like, does he think it's gay Wakanda or something now? America now is like gay Conda? Like, it's not a real nation state, Ben. It just says like, hey, there's a lot of gay and trans queer Americans, some of which actually were in the military, you know, some of which are still in the military if you care about the military. You know what I mean? And, you know, this is just a recognition from the United States government, perhaps like the most subtle and like smallest bit of recognition that like gay people exist and we care about them, which is so funny, especially considering that the government is not exactly super on the side of like defending gay people or trans people in general. Okay. It's just so strange. Like, this is not politics, man. You're just fucking crying about some dumb shit. I'm sorry. You're an unserious person and you are not fit to live in modern society. If you have an aneurysm when you see a rainbow colored flag, you are not fit for this world. Okay? Yeah, Mighty Keith was trying to understand what was going on with the Nick Merckx thing. Okay? For example, shit like this. How is the conversation? How does this help at all? I've seen this type of back and forth the entire time on both sides when researching the Nick Merckx drama. Shit like this should be called out and removed so we can have an actual discussion. Unit 03 says 2 snowflakes, lol, Tim the Cry Man and Cry Merckx. And this guy says, okay, groomer. So first of all, I'll just say, it's not, I think that it definitely holds a lot more weight when you're calling someone a fucking groomer versus saying that someone is a snowflake. Okay, but typical blue checkmark guy says, okay, groomer, immediately 500 likes. I said, Republicans have effectively lowered discourse to screaming groomer at anyone who defends LGBT existence. And this guy immediately proves my point by saying something a groomer would say. And then there's always guys like this too, which is like, Activision also removed Tim the Tatman's bundle from the game. At Tim's request, we have removed the Tim the Tatman operator bundle from the Modern Warfare 2 and the Warzone store, says Activision. Word has no meaning anymore? No, the word still has a meaning. That's why it's very frustrating to me when I get called a groomer or a pedophile by dudes who literally are pedophiles. Like, there are so many people. Like, I saw this the other day. I love clicking on the accounts of people when someone's like, oh, Hasan, you're a fucking groomer. And then I'll click on their account and it's like, I'm a lolly VTuber. I'm like, dude, I don't know if you know this, but like a normal person will look at me and then look at how you represent yourself and immediately recognize that you're literally a pedophile. Why are you a pedophile calling another person a pedophile for defending gay people? Like, it makes no sense. You're just dropping that while you're proudly calling yourself a